welcome to this IPI webinar. My name is Sital Thakkar. I am a director at TIPCO Industries Limited. I thank IPI for giving me this opportunity to present my paper. In TIPCO, I am responsible for the structured products division, which includes tipwood plastics lumber from recycled materials and natural fiber composites from materials like jute and synthetic resins. My paper today will be on natural fiber composites. TIPCO is more than 67-year-old company manufacturing materials like polypropylene compounds, thermoset resins and the structured product materials. The structured product division in TIPCO is almost around 20 years old now. We make material handling pallets from recycled lumber. We make garden furniture, and with our natural fiber composites division, we make materials for a wide range of applications for construction, interiors and exterior landscaping. What is the need for natural composites? The need for natural composites arises from the rate of deforestation that is going around the world. Deforestation has many reasons. Agriculture expansion, that means cultivation of more crops. Civilization expansion, more cities and more towns. Cutting of trees for firewood. Timber harvesting and making land available for pastures, for livestock. Almost 20 million hectares or 20 to 25 million hectares of forests are cut down annually for these reasons. The results in erosion, species extinction and climate change. There are many endeavors to renew these forests, but those endeavors are not 100% effective. They are effective to the tune of 10 to 15%, and that too with poor quality of crops. It is illegal to cut trees, and these laws are laid down by even the government of India, where it is a criminal offense to cut trees or forests, but these laws are often flaunted, they are not adhered to, and even worse, they are not enforced. The biggest result of such an action was seen in last year during the monsoons, when in Uttarakhand the floods that created devastation was a man-made disaster. More than 5,000 people died, 80,000 evacuated, and so many thousands of people were stranded and still affected even after more than a year. The National Disaster Management Authority has deemed this a man-made disaster. That means the cutting down of trees has led to soil erosion, which led to such heavy floods during the onslaught of the monsoons. Deforestation is a global threat. It's not only in India. The top 10 highest levels of deforestation in the world are in all the 5 continents: Canada, USA, Brazil, Peru, Congo in Africa, Russia, China, Indonesia, Australia and India also. We fall in the top 10. In Africa, the deforestation is twice the normal rate of global deforestation. In countries like Cameroon, Guinea, Gabon, Liberia, almost 50 to 80% deforestation has taken place. In DRC, the illegal mining and logging causes this kind of deforestation. In Ethiopia, they say that in the next 50 years, 90% of forest will be depleted. North and South America, Canada and USA, a lot of forests are protected from development. Still, more than 50% of their forests are allocated for logging. That means they are cutting down the trees. 25% of the US forests will be depleted in the next 300 years. Central America, agriculture has thinned down the forest layers. In Brazil, deforestation is going to wipe out 60% of the largest rainforest that we have, that is the Amazon rainforest. In Asia, 20,000 kilometers of the Russian forests are destroyed annually. In countries in Southeast Asia like Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia, logging is the main reason for deforestation. Indonesia has already lost 40% of its forest due to deforestation. There are many solutions to this problem of deforestation. A lot of solutions come from the plastics industry, and we also have created a material for this problem. It's a 100% wood replacement, a new class of material made from specially modified synthetic resins and renewable natural fibers like jute, like hemp, kenaf, etc., to make a material suitable for construction, for interiors, for exteriors, furniture, etc. So we have two materials, jute fiber and synthetic resin. It's an eco-friendly material designed for 100% wood replacement and contains more than 60% jute, which is a renewable resource. Jute grows every year as a crop. It is harvested, converted into fibers and reinforcements, and the next year it's going to grow again. There is no deforestation, there is no cutting down of trees, and you can make many products out of this, complicated sections, and it is ideal for mass production. The raw materials that we use, obviously there's a phenolic resin binder, which is the synthetic portion. It's a modified resin specially developed for this application. We have many types of fibers, some of which are jute fabric, which gives bidirectional strength, jute rovings, which give high unidirectional strength, and jute felts. These are non-wovens, which give surface finish. This is a green technology. Plastics and composites use the least amount of energy per kg compared to other materials like metals and wood and aluminum, making this an environment-friendly technology. Our composites are made from jute fiber of more than 60%, which makes it even more environment-friendly. We have a process that uses very low energy and is virtually 100% wastage free. So it's on so many levels that this technology is green, giving it a very low carbon footprint. The process is called Pultrusion. It is a process like extrusion. It offers high strength to weight ratios, high fiber loadings, almost up to 70%. It's a continuous product length. That means technically you can make this product as long as you want, or in more practical terms, as long as you can transport it. So if you can put it on a 40-foot trailer, you can make a 40-foot section. It's got very high modulus, reduced production costs because the energy requirement for this is very low, and you can make hollow sections, which is a new thing in wood replacement. In wood, to make a hollow section is very costly, but in our technology it is very easy. This is a glimpse of our factory floor where we make this material. It's eco-friendly, flame retardant, termite proof, fungus proof, any length possible, and various cross section. I'll just reiterate the properties. This is a V0 flame retardant material. The phenolic synthetic content in it makes it flame retardant. It's got very low water absorption compared to wood in terms of a fraction of what wood absorbs. It is termite proof, it is fungus proof, it is borer proof. That means biologically there is no harm that can be done to this material over longer periods of performance. It has superior mechanical properties compared to wood. It has resistance to fatigue and corrosion, high heat resistance because of its phenolic nature. It has got heat resistance, and it's a heat insulation. There is electrical insulation because it's a plastic. Reduced energy costs, reduced material costs because you are making exactly what you need. There is no wastages. If you want to make a solid section of a square shape from a round log of wood, you can imagine how much wastages that occur. In our case, you make exactly what you need compared to the section that you need. More advantages, like wood, it can be painted, it can be varnished, it can be polished, it can be coated. You can do melamine finish, you can do acrylic finishes, you can do polyester finishes, the latest smooth polyesters on it, using the same technology that is used on wood and other metals. You do not need any investment in infrastructure or machines to use this material. It can be cut, sawn, planed, drilled, nailed, shaped, just like wood, using the same equipment as wood. Some of the properties, these are all technical issues. We share them with all our customers. ultimate tensile strength is between 80s and 130 Newton per millimeter square, depending upon the shape that is being made, depending upon the construction that is there in that shape. Tensile modulus of 12,000, flexural of 70 to 105, and so on. The compressive strength is 70 to 100. Interlaminar shear strength is 7. Water absorption after 2 hours of boiling is only 0.4. When you compare this with normal woods, you will get around 2 to 5% water absorption. Flammability, it ranges from HB to V2 rating from UL 94 standards. Now this is an IS standard, it's called 12408. It's a wood property testing. It has been it is in practice since many years. Associations like National Test House Alipur and IIT and VJTI, they use these tests to test wooden products. So we use the same test method to test our material, and the results that we found is that the density is slightly higher than wood. It's about 1.15 to 1.2 on an average. The moisture content, since it is a phenolic resin, there is going to be some moisture in it. We use jute, which is also a hygroscopic material, so there is an inherent moisture of around 6% in it. But the absorption, moisture absorption in 2 hours is nil according to this test. In 24 hours is only 0.35. Then we have done tests for swelling, where we found that it is nil. We have done tests for modulus of ruptures, tensile strength, screw withdrawal strength, very high screw withdrawal strength of almost 7,000 newtons. Rate of burning, 30 to 70% loss in weight in 40 minutes. And flammability, that is ignition of specimen, is around 2 minutes. I'm going to dwell on the applications, because instead of making this academic and theoretical presentation, we have got a lot of practical success in this. We are already marketing this material. It has been accepted very well, and it is in great use on the western part of the country, and now we are expanding all over. Outdoor structures like sheds or pergolas, or in this case that you see here, a pyramid structure. This pyramid structure was first shown in 2003 in Pragati Maidan. The base of this structure is 35 feet. That means it's a single section of 35 feet at the bottom and going all the way to the top. The height is around 30 feet. The entire material, the entire structure is made out of tipwood. The same structure, the same exact structure of this pyramid was used again in 2009, 6 years after it was first used in 2003. Outdoor, it was lying under outdoor in our factory, and there was no damage to the superstructure of this pyramid, and we could easily reuse it again. So weatherability is very high, very good. This is a 1,000 square feet house that we made out of this material, completely out of tipwood. You can see the insides. It is from the inside and the outside. You can see that it is made 100% of jute except for the glass that is there. Again, this was for a demonstration. More applications include decking, pathways, walkways, and skirtings for swimming pool. This material can be used in a light decking, that is light skirting for around swimming pools, just using thin strips, or using heavy sections that you can see on the top picture here is for outdoor decking, similar to what you find in western countries, where you can have the surface of the deck and the support system of the deck from the same material, and you can extend it at a height, elevated height above the ground. Fencing, you can make lightweight fencing out of thin strips of tipwood that can be attached to a metal super frame, or you can make pillars and posts out of tipwood also, and make heavy duty fences also. These are more applications of fencing, both heavy duty and lightweight. On the top you can see fencing for a transformer yard using a metal structure, and on the bottom you can see a more luxurious fencing incorporating glass on a terrace. Furniture, we have around now almost 18 different sections. You can mix and match and make various kinds of furniture for them: benches, seating systems, tables, park benches, and much more, like picnic tables and then beds and chairs and sofas, structures for sofas, etc. Louvers, this is a product that we introduced last year. It's elevation louvers to hide construction conduits such as pipes, drainage pipes, or air conditioning outdoor units, etc. And even can make some wonderful screens. Here you can see louvers that have been applied to an exterior part of a building. Gratings and pergolas. Tipwood is used to make outdoor pergolas or cabanas where you have seating systems, or if you have a jacuzzi area, etc. These are screens for outdoor areas. They can be made from various types of sections that we have: louvers and flat profiles, etc. Cabins. We've done some work for the defense where we've made cabins for their facilities, and at the bottom you can see it's a temporary structure for earthquake area. This was provided to a local school in the Bhuj area when there was an earthquake there. This was many years ago. At that time our product was just on a trial scale, but they welcomed this help from us. Again, this is a cabin and bunker. The bunkers that you see on the bottom here is a trial bunker for the army, where they are putting around almost 3.5 tons load on top of that bunker, so the material is strong enough to take that load. This is a project that we did recently, completed it. It's a guest house for somebody's bungalow, and the material that you see here, the steps and the pergola, was around a private jacuzzi area, and that was almost a 14 feet length, and it is supported only at 2 places, and the material is strong enough to take that load. Here you see a screen and trellis for partitioning the garden from the house area. The entire structure is a single piece of 14 feet by 11 feet tipwood screen. This another project that we completed was for an entire housing colony. Everything, normally when I show it to clients, everything that you see brown is tipwood. The fence, even the little area surrounding the nameplate, and the louvers that you see in the distance, the wall claddings that you see here, the screens that you see at the staircase, the furniture that you see around here, the railing on the windows, etc. This is the louvers that we have used to cover up the conduits. The screens that you see even at the water tank level on the terrace and the transformer yard, it's all tipwood. And this has been a success story that has translated into a lot of more builders and architects coming to use this material. These are some of the sections that we make: hollow sections, I-beam sections, solids, rounds, louvers, flats, etc. The last thing that would be asked is the commercial viability of it. It is more expensive than wood, definitely. It is by almost a factor of 1.5 to 2 times more expensive, but it is longer lasting, it is more durable, you get more value for money. For example, we've done decking of tipwood on a balcony facing the sea, and it was completely unprotected, no varnishing, no coatings, and it was left for at least 6 monsoons the way it was. After 6 monsoons also, there is no strength deterioration, there is no corrosion of any type. It is still durable, it is still strong. So that is why we are able to pitch this in the market at very good rates. This just gives you a small indication of what the rates are for hollow profiles that are used for decking and for high strength applications. It ranges from around 300 to 310. Thinner sections for fencing, etc., and for deck railings, it's around 200 rupees. These are all linear meter prices. Thick flat sheets that are used for heavier applications, around 400 rupees. This is for a linear meter of 8-inch width. Thinner sections like flat strips and louvers, they range between 110 to 115. What we've gone through today is what is tipwood, what it is made out of, the raw materials and the resins that go into it, something about the process, and mainly what are the applications of tipwood, what we can make with this material. It's a new material, the awareness is still going on. It has caught up like live fire in Gujarat and Maharashtra, and we are hoping the whole country will use this material. If there are any questions, you can write to us at tipwood@tipco.in. And I'd like to now thank IPI, the chairman, the governing council and the administrative cell at IPI to helping put together this webinar. Thank you very much and have a nice day.